What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. I've got the heat on. It's like a cold front in here in Houston today, man. It's freezing out here. Guys, listen. I'm going to talk to you about a story that happened earlier this month, right? And it's involving a guy on a United flight to LAX airport from Austin, Texas. This guy right here had some type of drug-induced psychosis, and he started tearing the plane up. Now, the passengers wind up getting this guy and duct taping him to the seat, or whatever the hell it is they do out the seat, belting him to the seat. But this is a scary scenario. And I mean, I'm one of them people where, like, you know, if I was in power, I would try my best to stop drugs from coming in this country because of the problems that they cause and the lives that they destroy and the families as well. This guy right here is lucky, as well as the passengers, that nothing really bad happened. And he's also lucky that it was somebody on the, plane that recognized what he was going through and offered some assistance. Here's the story.
A man goes on a violent tirade on a United flight to LAX. Tonight, why there's much more to this story and how the passenger who shot this video and restrained the man could turn out to be his guardian angel.
KCAL's Leslie Maring is at LAX with the unusual events that happened after the plane landed. Leslie.
Yeah, Juan, Susie, we never really know who we're sitting next to on a flight, but this proves this passenger was in the right seat at the right time. He tells us not only was he able to stop this situation from getting any worse, but now he's helping that man get the help he may really need. This is what Gino Golafaro woke up to on a United flight from Austin to LAX.
I proceeded to take the video, and I watched the flight attendant walk back 2 times, and I watched nobody do anything. So I got up to restrain him.
We don't see the moment the man is restrained, but a photo shows him afterward. You can see him with his hands behind his back, restrained to the seat by seatbelts. Golafaro explained to us how he was able to stop the man's violent outburst.
From the back with a choke. After I restrained him, 2 other bystanders that were on the flight had already gotten zip ties from the flight attendant. So we proceeded to zip tie his hands and his feet and then seatbelt him to the seat.
United tells us the incident happened on November 16th with 75 other people on board. The man was arrested once the flight landed, and United says he is banned from any future flights on its airline. But Golafaro says his interaction with the man didn't end on the tarmac.
I've been fortunate enough to talk to his mother, and she reached out to let me know kind of what induced that psychosis, which was meth.
What the man didn't know at the time is that Golafaro is the CEO of a substance abuse intervention center, whose mission is to help families navigate addiction and mental health.
I mean, the good part about this story is, regardless if this video is getting out everywhere, I don't really care about that. I was able to talk to him today while he was in the hospital, and I'm working on getting him into treatment and getting him some help that he needs.
And while he knows the video will garner plenty of views, Golafaro hopes it will spark a deeper conversation on the grim reality of substance abuse.
There's a national epidemic that you don't see on the news every day where kids are just dropping like flies every day. I think the statistics is like the number of people on a 747 plane are dying from fentanyl a day.
And according to the CDC, last year, more than 220 people died from opioid overdose in the U.S. every day. Reporting live from LAX, Leslie Maring, KCAL News.
Guys, that's the story of this guy that is banned from any flights on United from now on, and rightfully so, regardless of what he's going through. That could have been bad. You know what I'm saying? An airplane in the air, 20, 30,000 feet is a pressurized cabin. Anything could have happened. If you're ever on the airplane and you look out that window, there's only two things stopping your ass from flying out of that window, and it's two thin pieces of plexiglass as well as the cabin pressure, which holds everything together. Regardless of what he was on or what he was like withdrawn from. It's crazy. And the thing that's messed up about this type of situation when people are addicted to this type of stuff, it's like they don't even know they going through that type of, a lot of times they don't know what they doing when they under the influence or going through extreme withdrawal from that. And that's what makes this stuff scary. What's also crazy is, can you imagine being a passenger on there? And this is the funniest thing. People always act like they don't see the person acting crazy around them. The one dude was just looking straight like nothing's happening. The guy that jumped in and intervened, people calling him a hero or whatever, he recognized what was going on and he decided to do something. Now, the guy wasn't attacking nobody. He was just attacking the seat. But over time of kicking the same thing, you look for something else to kick. And luckily it wasn't that window. That's a scary situation, man. At any given time, I was on an airplane coming from Vegas. In fact, I was on YouTube. I never even talked about this. When I went to YouTube, when I went to Vegas to do my live stream that time, my Friday night live stream from Vegas, when I got back on the plane, right, I was coming back and a dude just jumped up and started pound caking another dude, but it was in like the first class part. They had the curtains closed. We could hardly see it, but you could see people running and screaming and all this stuff. Then they came in the back and asked for help, and a couple of big dudes up front ran up there and did something. We don't know what happened, but we do know when we got off, them wheelchair things you got, they have where they bring passengers in the wheelchair, they had a dude handcuffed with a thing on his mouth and everything. He just sitting there looking stupid with two cops standing there, sheriff's deputies. I don't know why people get up in the air and act the fool. You see people panic and try to get out of the plane while it's in the air. Where you gonna go? Either way, man, I mean, this guy, like they said, he's banned. He can't get on there no more. I ain't got no problem with that. But I mean, the bigger issue is drugs in this nation and what they, represent as far as tearing families apart and just putting people in imminent destruction. Meth is serious. Once you get on that stuff and you get off, you have to have a hell of a constitution to stay away from that stuff. And that's the thing. When people are on it, for some odd reason, they love it to death. But when they get off of it and they realize what it was doing to them, they say, hey, I never want to go back to it. And a lot of them say, like, look, I can't go back to the same surroundings I was in because I don't want this to affect me to where I know I'm going to take it again. I mean, man, they got stuff out here that's like super, super addictive. You think cigarettes and alcohol are addictive? There's stuff out here that's trumping that. And that's the part that's scary. Government act like they don't see this shit. They don't. You know why? Because a certain amount of people die every year and they, over time, people get desensitized to it. It's just something that happens in America, but it can be something that can be stopped. You cannot tell me with all them satellites and all this firepower America has and all these influences in other countries and diplomatic stuff they deal with, they can't stop something as simple as drugs coming in this country with all the technology we got. Come on. And that's the problem I got with this. This is something that doesn't get a lot of attention or enough attention. Let me put it that way. And things like this happen. What if he had, for some odd reason, did something crazy and hit that window and it created a airlock and it just breached the pressurization and sucked everybody out the plane, or the plane just broke in half? What would they say then? It's the airline's fault? The stock drop? Company gets sued when this could have been prevented. You never know somebody's taking or somebody's on when they're next to you in the airplane. And for some odd reason, nowadays, I don't know what happened. In the last 10, 15 years, people don't know how to act when they're up in the air. Either way, man, it's a good thing nothing really happened. And like the guys he's trying to get the guy help. Some people are compassionate and some people care. But there are other people out here that just want to get home safely. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me get all this crazy shit off and get back to, I just got to get in the house. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.